I guess it's time to stop being a bitch and get this video done. What's good, everyone? It's Ballz. I wanted to get this video out the way specifically before I start making new videos. There's a lot of 2021, 2022 season stuff that I kind of left in the air. We had some babies. I had 5 clutches last season, and I kind of showed off a few of them, and I did some shorts. I went on a rampage of shorts for a while, trying to figure out the algorithm, but I do want to get that cleared up and explain kind of what happened for the beginning of the year and for the season that just passed. So with that being said, sometimes when you jump off the saddle, it's kind of hard to get back on it and get yourself moving again. And this is my attempt at doing that. So the first clutch that I had was a leopard to a super pastel spider fire. I was under the impression that she had fire in her. According to her babies, I don't think she did. Now, there are a few animals that kind of hinted at that there might be something else going on, but I wanted to sit there and watch them grow. A lot of them I still have in my rack. I didn't get rid of them because I wanted to watch them grow nice and slowly, see what they did, and see how their colors changed, and see how just see what they look like as they grow. So I believe I got out of that clutch, there was no normals, obviously, but I did get a bumblebee, 2 pastels out of that, and a couple of leopard bumblebees. Which one of them I still have in the rack because I kind of thought it may have had fire because it was a lot lighter, more white, off-white, grayish than I thought it would be as a bumblebee leopard. But I don't believe she has fire in her. I don't see any animals that are brightening up. I didn't get any fireflies. I didn't get anything that really stuck out to me that said, hey, this has fire in it. So I kind of brushed that off. So the second clutch was a lesser to my Enchi Hypo female. Nothing crazy going on in there, just a basic normal lesser and an Enchi Hypo, which the Enchi Hypo is beautiful. I did have plans with that, so I do have some planned a planned holdback, and I've been holding them back to see what they look like. There was an issue with a previous lesser to lesser clutch, and I thought one of them may have had something funky going on in them, which I still I'm trying to figure out. I have a dinker that right here. I actually have a dinker that I held back from that clutch that I still have, and he's breeding. And that goes into the season this year, which I'll start talking about later on in time. But I did get some lessers. I got an Enchi, which is long gone. If it was a female, I would have kept it. I'm keeping back an Enchi lesser male, so I can put back to her for super Enchi lesser hypos, which I think are beautiful. And hopefully possibly keep back some stuff from that, but that's later on in the future. I had a few babies die, not specifically in that clutch. They were all kept under the same conditions in here, just like everybody else, but for some reason, a couple of them just didn't want to eat. They just didn't want to drink water, whatever the case may be. I kind of took that personally, and I wanted to figure out why. Did I dry them out? Maybe the fan was facing don't know. I didn't have this in the previous. I only lost one baby that actually came out of the egg a couple years back. And I also took that personally. I'm trying not to take it personally, but I'm creating lives here. I'm making babies with the snakes, and they all kind of have a special thing to me. You know, they might not be anything, so it wasn't normal. 100% head hypo that died out of that clutch, and I believe that's it. Just didn't want to do anything, and I tried to force feed and I tried to assist feed first, and it took one meal and it never wanted to take it. It just spit up all the rest of them and it just gave me a hard time until the fact that it just didn't make it. So aside from that, the third clutch is a hidden gene Woma female to my banana male. And now with that clutch, I'm also, like I said, I'm holding back. I'm keeping a lot of them for a while. I'm just trying to see what they look like as they age. I'm kind of suspecting that she may have granite, only because some of the hidden gene Womas look a lot different than the others. Some of them are a lot brighter. Some of them have more speckled on the pattern and a little bit darker. But they're all gorgeous. I got the only male, which is what I was looking for, the only male banana hidden gene Woma out of that clutch, and I didn't get any more bananas. So I'm trying to figure out, is he weak? Does he have weak sperm, or maybe he just didn't get enough locks in, which I pair once a month, so he should have. I don't know. Maybe he just didn't hit. Maybe I just missed the odds. But I only got one male out of that clutch, and there was a bunch of females, and I have two normals and 4 hidden gene Womas. Out of that clutch, all female, except for the male banana hidden gene Woma, which is absolutely gorgeous. And I'm keeping that back, and he's actually starting to breed. I have a project for him, trying to make banana soul suckers and combos and such, but we'll talk about that later. So the next 2 clutches after that came very closely. 4 was my Harlequin yellow belly to her son, which is a pastel Harlequin yellow belly. That was an amazing clutch for me. I got really surprised with that because they both proved out het for albino. I never had plans to work with albino. That was a really cool clutch though. I've never seen an albino actually in person, from a baby to grown up. I've seen him grown up and I've seen him washed out, and it was a little bit different. So I didn't hit any normals on that one either, and that was amazing. I was trying to figure out, like, did she partho, or did he just hit the freaking awesomest odds I've ever seen? I got 4 ivories out of that clutch, one of them being albino ivory, one of them being a pastel ivory, and what I have in the rack, which I believe is a pastel Harlequin ivory. I also have an albino, which I believe is a pastel yellow belly albino. I'm not really sure. She could just be a pastel albino. She could just be an albino. I don't know what they look like, so I'm holding her back and see what she looks like as she grows before I move her on, which I'm probably gonna let her go as a normal albino. I also have a pastel Harlequin out of that clutch. Now that looks a lot different than what I thought was a pastel Harlequin in the past. and I believe it's now because of the albino het influence. Whereas I've seen the albino het a lot brighter, and I can tell the difference between which ones have a het and which ones don't. The pastel harlequin is a lot darker. It kind of looks like it has mystic or Mojave in it, or it has like that dark color, but it's also super rich where the yellows are like this. So the dorsal stripe and the pastel part of it is yellow, but like a bright yellow, and then the blacks are like solid black, and then it has the singlet eye holes, and it just really, I think it looks really cool. So I might actually keep that one back a lot longer just to see what it looks like as it ages, because Harlequin is a personal project for me that I really want to dig into and see what I can do with it in the future. Plus, I have kept back the pastel yellow belly, pastel Harlequin ivory. I believe it's a pastel Harlequin ivory. It looks like it has leopard in it. It just has a really dark dorsal stripe. It doesn't look like a regular ivory. And then the pastel ivory I sold. The other one that I kept back personally for me was the ivory albino. It's an ivory with red eyes, and the eyes are more of a pink than ruby, but it looks really cool. And now that it's getting a little bit more size on it, you start to see some yellow on the back and a little bit on the triangle, like the pattern trying to bleed up. So that's very cool. I also got this really amazing looking paradox ivory that unfortunately did not make it. I was so excited when I got that. Some people thought it was a possible pied, but it didn't have the pattern as a pied. It looked like a yellow belly, or it actually looked like the gravel, like almost like a super gravel with that dark, rich pattern. But it was a paradox. So I was really excited. People were calling me, trying to get it. My boy Corey hit me up and asked me what I was going to do with it, and it died. So that was another one where I was trying to figure out what the hell happened. I tried to get it eating, and it took a meal. It took a live hopper mouse, and then it stopped eating for a couple weeks. So I tried to assist feed it. It took an assist feed, and then it went downhill from there. From there, nothing. It wouldn't drink, it wouldn't eat. I don't know, maybe there's something wrong internally. But I tried to figure it out. I kind of beat myself. I really liked that one. That was a really cool one. And that one kind of sucked. Because I was curious. It was a very, very curious animal to me. That clutch, the whole clutch was a very curious situation for me. But that happened the way it happened, and I don't know what else to do with that one. So next clutch, which was clutch 5, the last clutch of the season, was a normal 100% het, which is right here. Normal 100% het pied that I got from Steve Morse when I first started. And Orange Dream 100% het pied. They've both been paired before. They've both proven. They've given me multiple pieds and Orange Dream pieds in the past. That I kept the pied male and I kept the Orange Dream pied female. I was hoping for an Orange Dream pied male, so that I can keep that back and replace with the pied male, or replace the pied male with that one. And nothing happened. I didn't get any pies. I got normals, and I got Orange Dream. I lost one from that clutch. Very small. I don't know, I think that was just a weak clutch in total, because I had to assist feed 3 of them. One of the Orange Dreams from that clutch, I had to assist feed for a long time before it actually took. And then the same thing with the previous year, where the Orange Dreams and the normals were just weak. They had to assist feed multiples. Like I said, I have everybody in the same situation. Ambient room temperature in here right now, it says 90, and that's the high in here. And then it usually dips down at night, and throughout the day it gets, you know, around 90, 91, which is, you know, it only does it for a couple hours. But I turn off, in the summertime here, I turn off my thermostat, so everybody gets the same room temperature. And this was in the beginning of the year where all that stuff was on for everybody. And I don't know, I was just trying to figure out what happened. And I put a lot of that blame on myself. You know, we went through a rough patch, but I was always in here. I'm in here every single day, checking waters, spot cleaning, cleaning water bowls, something, anything. But I just have to be in here. As soon as I get out of work, the first thing I do is say hello to my kids and my wife and come in here and check on everybody for at least 20 minutes just to see if everybody's okay, if anybody needs anything, or if anybody's soiled, because most of the time the babies are on paper and I have to change them out. But yeah, I take these things personally because these are my babies. I produce them. I'm sure you guys feel the same way, unless you get too big and you're just like, hey man, whatever, this guy didn't make it, that's cool. But for me, I kind of take these things personally, especially when I'm taking my time and assist feeding a snake or 2 or 3 for a month, 2 months, until they get going, and they finally do. Some of them don't. So I lost a baby out of that one too. It was just a normal, but it was a baby. It was a normal. So either way, that's what happened with my season. Aside from that, we had a strong blow to the family. We lost somebody very important, and we had to deal with that situation. We had to make sure everything was taken care of with that, and it was a rough time for everyone here, especially my wife and my kids. But that was handled. It just got really rough to do some video. The time crunch was really rough. You know, I had to do some extra hours at work. I still am trying to do extra hours at work to make sure that I can have this done and taken care of and have extras. And I don't want to take anything from my family to put into something that I just have as a hobby right now, even though I am growing into a business. But that will come when it needs, when I'm ready, when we are ready for this. So I just had to make some priority changes for that situation. But yeah, hopefully this fills the gap of what I was missing for this previous year. I just feel like I needed to get this video in my 2021-22 season out of the way before I can move on. I have this compulsion. I can't move forward without resolving what's going on, or without at least acknowledging that there was a gap in time. And just like, what's he doing? What happened? But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening to me rant. And yeah, smile big and hustle hard.